Good. Yeah. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location where you are joining. Please, I would like you to come in, and I would also like you to share this program, please. Please, please, please. It's very, very important. We have to educate our people. We have to let them know what is going on. We have to inform them and come in. We have to inform our people. We have to educate our people. We have to let them know what is going on, what is happening. If not, oh God, have mercy on us. We have to do this. Please, if you don't mind, share this program. It's very, very important. We are not sharing because I want to, just because to save lives, for our people to know what is going on. I don't even know how God have mercy. This Nigerian government is so evil and so wicked. I have never seen a government that is, they don't care about humanity. They don't care about people that they say they are leading. They don't care at all. All they care about is themselves only. Only thing about themselves, that is all they care about. They do not care. Now, I've had this our brother here, Joseph Okechukwu. I'm going to play something else, but let me play this one. Two things I'm going to show you guys here for you to see what is going on, what is happening. Nigerian government, this Tinubu government has approved GMO for them to, whatever comes and everything you have now. So I don't know. I feel like how did we even end up like this? How? I don't know. I don't understand. I'm coming. Then let me play this for you to listen, and I will play others as well. All I would like you to do, I don't even know why people are not even talking about it, protesting, going to telling them that this they don't want it. How are they allowing Big Gate to come and destroy us? Why would they do things like this? Why would they allow him? This type of program, they will not like people. They will not like the Facebook and others will be blocking it for people not to see or not to, because they don't want the truth out there. See what is happening. Let me play this for you to listen with your own ear. Then I will going to play another one, another chicken. Imagine this chicken. This chicken is this man is manufacturing this chicken. This chicken is not normal chicken. It's chicken that they put. He just artificial. I don't know how to say it, but when I play it here, you'll be surprised. And do you know where they're sending this chicken to? Nigeria. They're sending it to our people, and they are buying it. And it's so disgusting. I can't even understand what is wrong with our people. I don't understand. But before then, let me proceed and play this, please. God Almighty, where is Joseph Okechukwu? Ha.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. So I look a little calm, but I'm as livid as can be. I just saw this news. I just stumbled on the news that the federal government has approved the commercial release of transgenic insect-resistant and drought-tolerant maize varieties known as Tela maize. Basically GMO maize, genetically modified maize, fake maize, artificial maize for planting. Let me read further. The approval was granted by the National Committee on Naming, Registration and Release of Crop Varieties, Livestock Breeds / Fisheries, and it's called NCNRRCVLF, at its 33rd meeting at the National Center for Genetic Resources and Biotechnology, NACGRAB, Ibadan, in Oyo State. The 4 varieties of this fake artificial maize approved by the NVRC are, here are the codes: SAMMAZ Samaz 72T, AMMAZ73T, SAMMZ74T, and SAMAZ75T. That's what they released. 4 varieties of artificial, fake, genetically manipulated maize that is not what God created originally, the one that man made by himself, and not the kind of normal man that will make, but the men who hate humanity made by themselves. And the Nigerian government has just approved it for commercial release, meaning that it will come very close to your doorstep if you are a farmer, meaning that our farmers all over Nigeria will now have access to this to be planting. Of course, they have been doing this, but now it's going to go full-blown. It's going to go ballistic. The new maize varieties are drought tolerant and are resistant to stem borer and fall armyworm, resulting in a yield advantage of up to 10 tons per hectare under good agronomic practices. They resist, they tolerate drought, and they resist diseases. They are insecticide in themselves. I know you don't believe me when I say they are insecticides in themselves. You know, typical insecticides will kill any man, any human being at the drop of a hat. And they are telling you that these ones resist insects that come to eat the crops. So they are insecticides in themselves. Insecticides are built into them. It's not enough they are manipulated and genetically manipulated, and things that are important that come with proper organic maize and organic things are taken away from them. But they are also poisons in themselves. And I will show you now. And this now begs the question, could this be why they've allowed Nigeria to descend into such a terrible pit of hunger, of lack, of want, of pauperity? Have you seen where we are in Nigeria? Economic degradation at the 0 point of economic welfare. People are literally dying of hunger. Nigerians have never had it so bad. Could this be the reason, so that as people cry that there is no food, they can come up with something? Oh, let's go with this Bill Gates maize. So that the yield will be several times more than what we have ever had in history. And then the people will rush.
Right.
And then impotence, sterility in women. All kinds of rubbish that they had already injected in the corn, in the maize, plus the poison, the toxins will now begin to act on us. Your immune system will now begin to crumble like a pack of cards. These things are known. These are not speculations. Let me read you something. Hold on.
Oh, God Almighty.
It's called The Dangers of GMO. I'll read it. He said, aside from grave doubts about the quality and integrity of risk assessments, I also have specific science-based concerns over GMOs. These concerns are mostly particular to specific transgenes and traits. He says many GMO plants are engineered to contain their own insecticides. Many GMO plants are engineered to contain their own insecticides on the inside of them. So when you eat, you are eating an insecticide. These GMOs, which include maize, cotton, and soybeans, are called BT plants. BT plants get their name because they incorporate a transgene. You heard me read it from the report. Because they incorporate a transgene that makes a protein-based toxin, sometimes called the cry toxin, from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis. Yes. Many BT crops are stacked, meaning they contain a multiplicity of these cryotoxins. Their makers believe each of these BT toxins is insect specific and safe. However, there are multiple reasons to doubt both safety and specificity. One concern is that Bacillus thuringiensis is all but indistinguishable from the well-known anthrax bacterium, which is also known as Bacillus anthracis. Another reason is that BT insecticides share structural similarities with ricin. Ricin is a famously dangerous plant toxin, a tiny amount of which was used to assassinate the Bulgarian writer and defector Georgy Markov in 1978. What they have in these crops is the same structure with the ricin that was used to assassinate this Bulgarian writer in 1978. This is a professional who has lived almost all his life as a genetic engineer. Jonathan R. Latham, PhD. Almost all his life. You can look him up. He's telling you that the thing they are asking us in Africa to eat is actually engineered to carry insecticides inside of it, which is why they say insects cannot eat them. All those insects that you want to spray, to kick out from your farms, when they now come to eat these ones, you know what happens? They die because what they're eating is insecticides, but you're told to eat it, that it is okay. In recent times, you know how many videos I've made about GMOs, genetically modified organisms. What is wrong with the organic ones that we grew up knowing? The ones that follow the natural course of growth. If you're telling me to accept a corn or maize or a crop that was made inside the laboratory over the one that naturally exists, you're also telling me to prepare to say goodbye to natural human beings and accept AI and robots as the occupants of this universe. You who carried yourself to the place where they signed a deal under this President Bola Tinubu regime, you who was a part of this arrangement with Bill Gates, have you resigned from being a human being? Why are you still a natural being and you are accepting for us to accept something that was manufactured in the lab when we still have plenty of the ones that naturally exist in our midst? Knowing fully well that the properties that give it the nutrients that we take as humans have been tinkered with and removed, and you, because of money, went and sat down, collected money and agreed to introduce poison to the rest of the people. You are insane. Outside of South Africa, Nigeria now has become the next place, the second place to adopt this madness on a commercial level. Sometimes why it's a bit tiring and suffocating to talk about Nigeria is that Nigeria doesn't exist like a proper, like even a normal country. There's nothing normal about Nigeria. If there was anything normal about Nigeria, you wouldn't have this kind of conversation taking place. Not even after a Nigerian doctor in Jemanze had already raised alarm. I'm going to play you a clip from his video. He raised alarm and talked about this. They even told the president of Nigeria,
But still,
beware, there is a plan to poison our people with death.
hey,
He even accused these guys
oh,
of being behind the killings of our farmers, and he gave data, raw data. I will play it now on what these people were doing. And despite all his alarm, the Nigerian government still had the effrontery to go and put signature to something like this. On the African continent, the cradle of nature and civilization, where we have organic foods everywhere and crops everywhere, where we all know how good organic crops have been to us as Africans. Because they tried Ebola on us, it didn't kill us. They tried this other one, HIV, it didn't do us much. They came with COVID, still our people resisted.
hey,
Did you hear the data of the death that was recorded in COVID? And how little the numbers were on Africa? Did you hear when Bill Gates' wife was saying that they can see death on the streets, dead bodies all over? It never happened. And they went to the drawing table and said, what is wrong with these people? Why is it that every disease we release, they survive it? It is because of the organic foods you eat, you Africans. And we now have very stupid people in the seat of power who will have the effrontery to not even take all these things into consideration before going to sign. These guys brought this same thing in India. They were kicked out. Algeria rejected it. In the whole of Russia, this rubbish is not allowed. But Nigeria is accepting it. On whose behalf? Who gave you the permission to accept this on my behalf? When you see people crying that they want to be on their own and govern themselves, we need to break away from Nigeria, you think it's a joke. These are all some of the reasons. How dare you? How dare you? Go look it up. Don't depend on me. Look it up and see the number of countries that have kicked this rubbish out of their country. Russia is a case in study. They are not just banning the farming of this thing in their country, they have banned even the importation of it into their country. But Nigeria is accepting it, and it's on the African continent. What is it that you're looking for, federal government of Nigeria? To drive in your large convoys and see dead bodies everywhere. That's what you guys want. Bill Gates have been open. Videos are all over the internet that they want to reduce the population of the world. He didn't hide it. He didn't even give a subliminal messaging or whatever. He didn't even paint. He just went straight up and told you. And that's the guy you guys are partnering with. To introduce maize that when you plant, you cannot take the seed and plant again into the soil. Maize that when you plant, it will not reproduce itself. You will now have to go back to the one who gave you before, and then they will give you new seeds. And when they feel like these seeds need to be modified again, they will modify it again and put whatever other insecticide they wish inside the seed and now give to the farmers. And this is how the modification will keep on going on from time to time until what you're eating is complete fertilizer. And nobody can stop it. And not only that, I'm going to show you a few videos today. You are going to be fully dependent on these guys. Let me show you what Njemaze said about this thing that the federal government of Nigeria ignored and still went ahead. So when you are running away from an enemy, you say, let me run to my home, that I will have people who will protect me and ward off the enemy. And the people you run to in your own home are the ones rather who lifted up their sticks to kill you. So the enemy didn't have to do it. This is exactly what is happening now. We have seen danger, And we ran to the federal government, and the federal government was now the one lifting up the stick to kill the citizens.
Yeah.
How? Listen to Dr. Jamanze.
They killed the farmers because they wanted to make sure they eliminate all the seed growers in the country. So when they eliminate the seed growers, the natural seeds will never be available again. And how they did that was very simple. What they did was that they just gave 14 million cell phones to all Nigerian farmers, so they could track those people who were being paid for seeds. So when other farmers go to them, they go to buy seeds, and then they know that this person was being paid for seeds, so he's the one selling the seeds. So they now use the GPS coordinates on these so-called electronic wallets, which are just cell phones, to target all of them and eliminate them. When you eliminate the natural seed growers, there will be no other alternative to the GMO, genetically modified organisms, foods and seeds. So they brought these seeds as improved seeds. The other farmers, they drove them into IDP camps and came to these IDP camps under the different NGOs and international agencies and presented these GMO seeds. So the farmers will now leave, they will temporarily halt their military activities in those areas, so the farmers will go and resettle. When they resettle, they start planting the GMO seeds. Once you plant the GMO seeds that first time, that first seed you get from that your maize, if you eat it, that will be the last you are going to eat. Because if you take the seed from that GMO corn and plant it, it will not grow. The gene that allows replication has been switched off. So you have to go back to the person who produced the initial seed. That is, in this case, in
Now, did you listen to that? I'm going to play this now. That's one I'm going to play for you to have a look, for you to listen. Because only God will save us. This man said this thing, and still the government of Nigeria, they don't care. Do they care about you? No. They don't care about anybody. All they care about is only themselves. But let them know that whatever that is happening, it will also affect them. Let them not think that them and their children will escape it. You gotta go, because there's one proof I can't remember. Whatever you are planning, and you think that this is for just poor citizens, that is for ordinary citizens, but because you are your household, maybe some of them live abroad, they don't come. But let them not forget that one day they are going to visit, those family of them will visit home, and one day they will see a corn on the street and they would like to eat it. Let them think about all these things they're doing, that it will affect every eye, it will affect everyone. Let them not think it's only the poor that these are going to affect. It will affect them as also the rich, as they claim they are the top one. It will affect them as well. This evil they are planning, this thing they did, imagine them accepting upon all this, what this man has been shouting and be saying that the government of Nigeria should not. He reviewed everything. He told them everything. Still, they went ahead to approve this thing. They went ahead to approve the genetic modified organism. They went ahead to approve it for our people to eliminate us, to finish us, to alienate us, to do whatever. Because these people have no good intention towards us. All they have is evil. They have no good intention. That's why they brought so many things. What are we going to say that these people have not done to us, the Africans? And still, we cannot even guess. And still, it is them that are giving us all these evil politicians to be ruling us. It is them that are saying, planting them to be our rulers. So that whatever they said, whatever they asked them to do, they will accept. They will say, they will bluntly accept it. They will accept it without asking question. How can a Tinubu administrative, how can Tinubu government and his own evil people accept to do this to our people, to Nigerians? And you guys are all there watching them doing all this, and nobody say anything. I feel so sorry. You guys, I don't know. Now let me bring this one up. Let me bring this one up. Let us listen. There's another one I'm going to play, not now. Let me bring this one up. God Almighty deliver us. Not this one.
Developing boilers
Not this one. I'm not bringing this one up. This one. Yeah, this one. Okay. Perfect.
to share my organic.
Listen, it's not even only in Nigeria. Kenyan people as well. These are the country, but other countries have refused these people that come to control us. They have refused them. But Nigeria, Kenya, they will never refuse them. Everything they ask them to do, Kenya is also corrupt as Nigerian government are corrupt. They are the same with Nigerian government. The same corrupt people in Kenya. Just listen to this play. Let me remove this and bring another one for you to listen now. Please. Like this, and then put another one. I don't know. Stop screaming, and then put this one. Okay. I hope this one plays well. I hope it's not going to be cracking here. Hide. Then play. Go this way. Okay. Now listen.
You know, it's illegal now for me to share my organic seeds with my neighbor. Yes, it's illegal by law. They even created now a law to give the international organizations rights through patenting of their seeds. Patenting of their seeds.
The closed door.
Foreigners to patent
The noise is
their
coming
seeds.
here.
And those are the seeds you must use, and you're not supposed to use any other seeds. And that's why the draft is called fake seeds, fake what? Today, organic seeds are called fake seeds because they are forcing us to go into the new world order agenda of what we call genetically modified seeds, GMO seeds. GMO seeds are lab-created seeds. They produce food, but with it comes so many factors that raise eyebrows. Number one, Lynn, if you plant GMO seeds, for example, maize or tomatoes, you cannot replant the seeds once you harvest. So what does that tell you? You have to go back to that guy who's patented his seeds and buy from him. You and I, probably, even if it's not our parents, your grandparents, have that small farm in Shago where you're harvesting maize, and if they harvest 100 bags, they will keep 1 bag to replant in the next season. So with GMO seeds, you cannot do that. So that means they can decide whether they can sell it to you or not sell it to you. So it's about control. Number two, once you plant GMO seeds on a piece of land, on the next season, you cannot plant organic seeds. They will not, it cannot grow, or the produce cannot be up to terms with what we used to, because it affects the soil structure and composition. And the other thing people don't know about GMO seeds, GMO proper farming is very expensive. If you go on the internet and just research the price of a kilo of tomato, GMO, a kilo of proper tomato seeds, a kilo of proper tomato seeds, GMO seeds, the cheapest will go to about 10 million shillings. The best quality can go up to about 50, 60, 70 million shillings. And that comes the question, does the normal farmer in Kenya or the small scale farmers have the capacity to invest 10 million in seeds? The output of production is high. If you invest 10 million, you can sell them to up to 20, 30 million. But the capacity, how many farmers do you know have a capacity to put 10 million on seeds? There are very few. So under the New World Order agenda, their main target is to control food and farming land. Because they knew we control the food, we control the masses. And not just about what you eat, but they want to take over the entire agriculture. It states clearly that the entire agricultural land and food production must be transferred from individuals or small-scale farmers to corporations.
Did you hear that? Oh, God Almighty, have mercy. It is so sad. It is really, really bad. But what can we do? Nigerian government they do not love you guys. They never care. Even you Nigerian citizens will not even dare do something and stop all this. You cannot do anything to stop all this. If they go now, somebody will say he want to organize protest. You will see them. They will go and meet the person, either give them money. If the person refuses to take the money, they will shut the person. They will shut the person up in one way or the other. Either they imprison him, or they put him in a jail, or they even delete the person's life. What is this country all about? That is why we said we want our freedom. We want our freedom so that we can be able to govern ourselves and do what we don't want, what suits us, what benefit our people. But look at it now. Look at what is happening. Look at how they said no, they will not. They are going to. They're not going to listen to you. If you like crying, they won't listen to you. If you like, they have this. The other man has came up and told them, look at what these people are. Look at what Brigade and his evil cohort are planning to do. He told them everything. He exposed everything. Still, they went ahead to say, go ahead. They went ahead to approve whatever Brigade is bringing to the land, to our people, to Nigeria. And people will not, they will gladly take it. People that are hungry. What do you expect from them? Once you're hungry, you see food, whether it's genetic or whatever genetic modifier or whatever, you are going to eat it because you are hungry. You don't even have money to go buy. By then, organic will be too expensive. Our people cannot be able to afford to buy organic. Like here, I can be able to buy organic and not to buy GMO, and I can. But sometimes you will go, they will even write the GMO. You will say you don't want. In Africa, there's no how they will write it. Everything they will bring to the market, they will not even label it and say this is GMO. Maybe for that, you have option not to buy it or to buy it. So this is going to cause a lot of damage to our people. A lot of damage to our people. This Brigade and his evil God, they never care about any humanity. They don't care. Our people. And look at what Tinubu approved GMO and said, let them, upon demand, inform them this is what they are going to do. Our organic food that our people are eating is not going to be available anymore. Even if it's going to be available, it will be too expensive. People that are hungry cannot be able to afford to buy it. God have mercy. I don't know what to say. All I know is that we'll talk. We will talk. We only come out to talk. But when we talk, our people will not take action to stop whatever the government is doing. That is the issue here. We expose this, it will still continue to be the way it is. So I have nothing to say more. I have come out to tell you guys this is what the plan is. If you guys like, share this program, educate our people. They need to learn. They need to know. If they can say no to this, even if they have signed it, they can still come out and say, we don't want anything like this if they want to. If they don't want, it's left for them. Thank you so much. And please share this program and comment and also like it as well. Thank you. Bye.